The wedding photographer called me the night before my sister's wedding and asked why I'd canceled the $1,200 booking. I hadn't canceled anything. I told him there had to be a mistake. He said someone had called from a number that looked like mine and told him the wedding was canceled. Then he added one thing that made my stomach drop. They knew the exact date, venue, photographer, and even the amount of the deposit. My sister Emily was getting married the next morning. I had helped her plan the wedding because she was working long hours and was overwhelmed with everything. I had booked the photographer and paid the $1,200 deposit myself. It was a small wedding with about 60 guests, nothing fancy. Emily just wanted one good day with the people she loved. I called her immediately. She answered crying. I asked what was wrong. She said she thought I had canceled the wedding because someone had told her I was angry about paying for so many things. I told her I hadn't canceled anything. We both realized someone was lying to us. I checked my phone and there was no call to the photographer. Then I checked my email. The photographer had received a cancellation from an address almost identical to mine. One letter was different. Whoever sent it had copied details from our wedding documents. I called the photographer back and asked him to hold the booking until we figured everything out. Then I started checking who had access to the wedding information. One name kept coming up, my cousin Rachel. 2 days earlier, she'd asked me if the photographer was still coming. At the time, I thought it was a normal question. Now it didn't feel normal anymore. I called her. She didn't answer. A few minutes later, she texted me asking why I was calling. I asked if she'd contacted the photographer. She said no. Then I asked how she knew the photographer's name when I had never told her. She stopped responding. I checked the venue records and found something even stranger. Rachel had called the venue the week before and asked whether the wedding date had been changed. She wasn't helping with the wedding. She wasn't in the wedding party. There was no reason for her to have that information. I called Emily and told her everything. She went quiet. Then she told me something I'd never known. Rachel had dated Emily's fiancé years earlier. The breakup had been ugly, and Rachel had never completely moved on. Suddenly, the strange questions made sense. Rachel wasn't trying to steal the wedding. She was trying to make sure it never happened. The next morning, Emily and I arrived at the venue early. The photographer showed up. The flowers arrived. The guests came. The wedding happened exactly as planned. Rachel never showed up. A week later, Emily received a message from her. Rachel admitted she had sent the fake cancellation because she wanted to ruin the wedding. She said she wanted Emily to feel the same pain she had felt years earlier. Emily never replied. Neither did I. A few months later, Emily sent me a picture from her honeymoon. Under it, she wrote, "Thank you for checking before believing someone." That message stayed with me because the night before the wedding, I almost assumed someone had simply made a mistake. Instead, I checked the facts, and that tiny bit of patience kept one person's anger from ruining a day my sister had spent months waiting for.